This Arab American and Muslim cartoonist turns her awkward moments into comics.
Behold, the pumpkin spice hummus.
Oh, cool. Can I take a look at that? Stop it.
My character, Huda, she always knows exactly what to say. She knows exactly what has to respond when somebody says something. And it's usually that elevator wit where you come up with the answer and then I'll be there making the comic and I'll be like, this is what I wish I said, or this is what I should have said.
Huda Fahmy is a writer and illustrator. Her comics and graphic novels explore topics like representation, microaggressions, and insensitivity.
I hope that it will encourage other people who find themselves in those situations, like, here's what you can do, or here's what you can say. I'm hoping that the confidence that she has in the comics will spill out, into me, into whoever is reading it. I really wanted to tell these stories, my stories about what it's like to be an American Muslim living in America and wearing the hijab and practicing Islam. There had been a lot of webcomic artists that I followed that were just casually putting hijabi characters in the background. They're not really no speaking parts or anything, but they just kind of existed. And that was like, well, I love that. And then I thought, well, why don't I do that too? Be the representation you want to see, or, be the change you want to see. I realized that the comic was doing very well almost immediately. At the very beginning, I really thought it was just going to be this niche comic for a niche group of people, for, just Muslims, specifically Muslims who wore hijab. I wasn't trying to appeal to the non-Muslim gays, but it was something about feeling like an outsider, feeling like you don't fit in, feeling like you have to reach these expectations, feeling like society sees you as one way, but hey, this is really what we are. And it resonated with so many different kinds of people. And it completely blew my mind. They might not be Muslim, but they get it.
Her artwork also focuses on identity and how her different identities intersect.
I am Arab, I am American, I am Muslim, and all of those three things can exist and do exist without having to, without excluding one or the other. Like, I don't have to just be Arab Muslim or Arab American, or, I am all three. In my latest book, Huda FRU, in which Huda struggles with her identity, one of the questions that she is asked is, are you more American, or would you say you're more Muslim? And it's like, why do I have to pick, or why do I have to prove one identity, is more than the other? I am all three, Arab American and Muslim. And I think in a lot of things in my work, what I try to emphasize is that, first of all, not all Arabs are Muslim and not all Muslims are Arab. And we see that a lot in the media, and it's unfortunate. It's a really unfortunate thing because it completely erases the existence of, non-Arab Muslims, and it sucks. Humor is one of the best ways to process trauma or to process just difficulties. It's conflict, to laugh at ourselves or to be able to laugh at a situation is a defense mechanism for a lot of us. Yes, it is funny, it is entertaining, it is humorous at the same time. It's a very real thing that happens, that Muslims face. And being so visibly Muslim, it's not, I can't, quite escape it, as I choose to dress this way. And, if I choose to pray in public or whatever, and I can't, all eyes on me. And it's anxiety. Now, is that going to stop me from being Muslim? No. Is that going to make me regret anything? No. It's just a reality, and this is how I'm going to process it. And so I process it with jokes, I process it with laughter and humor, and that kind of comes out in the comics as well. I really hope that people take away the solid fact that Muslims are not a monolith, that you will see Muslims represented in the media, being able to see that these are whole people and not stereotypes and not caricatures, and is something that is really the main thing that I hope people take away from reading my work.